Hello folks, Fuzz here with more Final Fantasy IV, and today we're going to be finishing off the Tower of Babel at last. It seems like an eternity that we've been here for over the last several visits, but we are going to be done with it after today's episode, so please do stick around and join me. And if you enjoy what you see, don't forget to let me know in the comment section and hit the like button, and let's get on with today's show. So we finished off last time in this save room. If we head out and to the right hand side, there's another door which will take us to the floor that we want to be, which is B4, and it's basically a floor we've been to previously. All we need to do here is map out the area, collect our reward of 3 X potions, and then make our way into the next area. You can of course get enemy encounters as you do so, and then down, or up rather, or was it down? I don't know, but we're going to B5 anyhow. And we're going to start by heading south here. And once again we can encounter the Lamia Matriarchs. I actually made a mistake. I got confused between that enemy and the Storm Anima in the last episode. So I don't actually know if I've encountered a Matriarch yet. I'll need to keep an eye on that and make sure that we do before we do this next boss fight, because once we've done so, we can't actually access the enemies here again. Grab this chest. So we've got, yeah, still no thingamajig here. No matriarch. So I do need to keep an eye out for those, don't I? So we get a nice 10,000 gil there in the chest. And then I'm just going to map out the area up yonder. And then when we're ready, we're going to head down the middle path in order to actually encounter the boss fight that we need to do. Right, so my bestiary is definitely maxed out now up to this point, apart from the green dragon, so don't worry about that for the time being. When you're ready, head to this middle path here. Make sure you have the Ogre Slayer on Cecil, which I did tell you to do in the last episode, but also put the Dwarven Axe on Cain, and then as soon as you head up, you'll get a cutscene. So we get just a story battle here. We can just keep auto battle on if you like. Oh, we can't have auto battle on here, so we just have to attack them. This is actually, what's his name, Edge's parents. Although they seem to have turned into some kind of grotesque monster forms, don't they? But just hit them a few times, and eventually the story battle is going to come to an end. Don't worry about the damage that you take here either, because we do have another boss battle about to take place that is a genuine boss battle that we have to actually use strategy to win. Only we'll be fully healed up before then automatically. We can use auto battle now that the dialogue's finished, but I guess there's no real need. So I just had to have a coughing fit then. Hopefully I managed to get the mic off in time for that. So it's going on a bit, this is, but what I said is true. Just keep going and eventually it will end. Okay, I did cut out the second half of the battle. It was going on a little bit too long. But eventually you can see we'll get this cutscene dialogue. It seems like Edge now has a reason to fight alongside us.
Such cruelty. It's inhuman.
Rubicante, for this, you will pay!
It was Luge who made Chimerae of your parents. I shed no hand in his perversities. They shame me as they grieve you.
Don't speak of shame.
I respect men like you. Men with courage. But you are a slave to your emotion, and so will never know true strength. Such is the curse of men.
You think our rage a weakness? Then let me show you!
Right, so with this boss battle, he generally does 2 attacks. Well, 3 attacks, including a weak fire counter-attack.
You are an interesting one indeed. Such powers unleashed by anger alone. But they will not avail you. The frozen winds of Hell's Ninth Circle could not penetrate this cloak of flame I wear. Come, I will heal your wounds. Face me at full strength.
So he's healed us up, which is nice. His other 2 attacks are a physical attack, which will obviously stay on Cecil because of the draw attacks ability, but also a very strong Inferno fire attack, which we need to prevent him from casting. And an interesting way of doing so is basically when his cloak is up, as you can see here, you want to hit him with steel. And that should actually stop him from casting his ability. Now, I don't know why it does that, but it does, and then he'll close it again, and we're okay to continue on. So Rydia is going to be doing some stuff in a moment. First of all, we're going to dual cast slow with Rosa on Rubicante and shout on the party because of that counter attack that he likes to do. Keep Edge on standby so as soon as he opens up his cloak you can always cast steel and prevent him from doing the bad stuff. We're going to use Quake because when his cloak's shut he's very resistant against pretty much all the other elements, to tell you the truth. So we're not going to attack with Edge. And Kane is going to use Jump once he's cast Cry, and Cecil's just going to attack as normal, and Rosa at this point is basically just going to heal, but we can also use Prey, and that will help with MP as well. And then we're just going to follow this routine all throughout the fight. This boss has 30,000 health, so something we just need to be wary of, I guess. We can also dual cast here Protect onto Cecil to help against those physical attacks, and also let's go for a nice Cura spell on everyone here. Since that fire, it does add up over time, I guess, doesn't it? It does add up. So we need to steal again here. Let's keep everybody at nice full health as much as possible anyhow. So let's do a nice big heal this time. We've got Curagar. We've also got Curajar. Since Edge is running a little bit low on health, and he's probably going to die here actually. So we'll just spend a moment bringing him back to life, since we do need him up for obvious reasons here. Kane can chortle back off in the air again. And we do just need to bring Edge back up to health, I would say. So we just need to lay low on the physical attacks until we do so. Kane's jump might be a problem, but we'll see how we get on there. Let's just... Okay, looks like we're sorted. He's going down. Very good. I thought we was about to lose Edge, but we're not. Okay, well that's it for that battle. As long as you stop him from casting his main Inferno ability, and we didn't get to see it once in that encounter, by stealing one of his cloaks open, then it becomes almost trivial, that fight. Yes, we lost Edge because we slacked a bit on healing, but just keep Rosa on healing and it shouldn't be a big problem at all. And 24,000 experience for every party member at the end is also nothing to be sniffled at. Oops. Got an achievement then. Oh, 2 achievements in fact. So this is folks from Eblin here. A little bit too late in their aid, I might point out. Okay, so we get back in control of the party now. Make sure before you head to this door you do explore the rest of this area, because once we go through there's no coming back. And for exploring that map we'll get an elixir and then we can head through the door. But as I said, make sure you've encountered all the enemies here except the green dragon, don't need that one. And look at this, it's the crystal chamber. And all the crystals are here, well there's 7 of them. But there's a trapdoor. And we've landed back on a previous floor. So nothing else to see here, just head through the door. And same here, but this time we're going to map out a little bit. We'll get an elixir for doing so. And we get to encounter some of the older enemies that we first encountered in the Tower of Babel. So we map the area, I think we get an elixir. Yeah, there we do. And then onto the next floor. We are nearly done now with this place, I assure you. Very, very close to being done. Basically all we need to do is map this last floor out. So we'll start by going south, and then we're going to head east in a moment when the path splits. This will lead us to a potion, and no doubt an enemy encounter. Hey, look at that. Oh, we'll be running away from this thing because it can spawn a green dragon. Well, it will spawn a green dragon, and that's not what we want to be fighting. Actually, it could spawn a green dragon or a black lizard. The latter we could kill, but not the former. Well, we could, but why risk it? Probably get wiped, and then have to do the last boss fight again. Not something I want to really be doing. So if we're mapping out the floor, we'll get a couple of ethers to add to our collection. And then when we head through these doors, we're going to kick off another cutscene. So we get one of the Red Wings airships now for the underworld. Although, unfortunately, it can't fly over lava. So you are still limited in how you can manoeuvre about this place. But at least we can now make our way back to the Dwarven Castle fairly quickly without worrying about enemy encounters. So we'll go ahead and do that now. That's going to be our next destination. Let's go ahead and land here. Please. There we go. I'm going to head inside and tell the king what happened, but we'll leave that for the next episode. We'll say goodbye here, I think, for today. So thanks for joining me, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy IV. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.